My name is Sophia. I'm 28 years old and I live in Austin, Texas. And today, I have to tell you how my marriage almost fell apart in the most unexpected way. But before I reveal the shocking twist that completely changed my life, let me start from the beginning. You know that feeling when everything in your life looks perfect from the outside, but deep down you sense something is wrong? That was my life. I had been married to Daniel for 3 years, and everyone around us thought we were the perfect couple. But let me ask you something. Can you really know what happens behind closed doors? At first, everything was sweet. He brought me flowers, cooked for me sometimes, and constantly told me how much he loved me. But slowly things started changing. He became distant. His phone was always locked. And late at night, he would whisper on calls in another room. Tell me, wouldn't you be suspicious if your partner suddenly changed like that? One night, I finally asked him, "Daniel, is something going on?" He smiled and said, "You're imagining things, Sophia. I've just been stressed at work." But in my heart, I didn't believe him, because a woman can feel when her man is hiding something, right? Now here comes the clever part. Instead of arguing or crying, I decided to play smart. I pretended everything was fine. I laughed, I smiled, and I gave him no reason to think I was doubting him. But secretly, I started watching his every move. Have you ever kept a secret diary of someone's behavior? That's exactly what I did. For 2 weeks, I wrote down every suspicious detail. What time he came home, how long he was on the phone, and even the excuses he made. Then one evening, something happened that almost confirmed my fears. He said he had to stay late at the office. But when I casually checked his location through our family app, guess what? He wasn't at the office. He was on the other side of town. My heart was racing. Should I confront him? Should I follow him? What would you have done if you were in my place? I didn't go after him that night, but my mind couldn't rest. The next morning, I came up with a plan. If Daniel was lying to me, I would make him reveal the truth himself. So I became the clever wife. I started planting little traps. I would mention places he had never told me about and watch his reaction. I once said, "Oh, I passed by Willow Street yesterday. Such a nice area." And his face turned pale for a second before he quickly changed the topic. Suspicious, right? Days went by, and my patience was tested. But finally, the truth came crashing down one Friday evening. Daniel came home looking nervous. He avoided eye contact and sat quietly at the dinner table. My instincts screamed that something was about to happen. So I calmly said, "Daniel, you know I love honesty more than anything. If there's something you need to tell me, now is the time." He froze. His hands trembled as he placed his fork down. My heart was pounding louder than ever. And then he confessed. But wait, it wasn't what I thought. He wasn't cheating. He wasn't seeing another woman. His secret was something else entirely. Daniel had been secretly working on starting his own business. He didn't want to tell me because he feared it might fail, and he didn't want to disappoint me. For a moment, I just stared at him, completely shocked. All those sleepless nights, all those doubts, all that suspicion. And here he was, hiding not betrayal, but fear of failure. Now let me pause here and ask you, wouldn't you have thought the same as me? If your husband started acting distant, lying about his location, whispering on calls, wouldn't you also assume the worst? But as I sat there, listening to him explain how he had invested time and money into building something secretly, something inside me changed. I realized sometimes our loved ones don't lie because they don't love us, but because they're scared of losing us if they fail. I took his hand and smiled. Daniel, you don't have to fight your battles alone. I'm your wife. We're supposed to share dreams, risks, and even failures together. He broke down in tears that night, and so did I. That was the moment our bond became stronger than ever. And here's the twist. My cleverness didn't just uncover a lie. It saved our marriage. Because if I had reacted with anger, accusations, or mistrust, I might have destroyed everything. But patience, observation, and smart thinking led me to the truth. So let me leave you with a question. When you sense something is wrong in your relationship, will you react with anger, or will you be clever enough to seek the truth calmly? Because sometimes, being clever isn't about exposing betrayal. Sometimes it's about uncovering the hidden fears of the ones we love. That's my story. And trust me, being a clever wife saved not just my marriage, but also my heart.